Hey, how you doing, guys? Daniel here for Arsenal Above All. I've just pulled up outside after a long drive home from the game. I've dropped off my cousin who came with me today. Shout out to Kezia, my cousin. Hope you enjoyed the game today. It was good to have you with me. But yeah, just quick reflections on the match, really. I'm not going to do a long vlog today, but I would say it was a functional performance. It was a game that we just had to win and reserve energy, conserve some of our players, and just win the game without conceding, which is what we managed. A tidy performance, a nice 2-0 win. No, it wasn't 3-4, 5-0, which I've seen some Gunners talking about online. Look, it's easy for us to sit here and say we wanted a big win and we wanted a really kind of swashbuckling performance full of, you know, swag and ego, but today just wasn't that. It wasn't about that. It was about just getting through the game, using the fringe players to our advantage, and that's what we've achieved. Yeah. It's difficult for these guys to come in for 90 minutes when they haven't played much football. Imagine going through almost a whole season of just playing 5 or 10 or 15 minutes if you're lucky, and then all of a sudden Arteta says, oh, Luton at home, you're playing the full match. You know, you're going to be nervous, you're going to be a bit rusty, you know, your match fitness might not be up to scratch. So, you know, we've got to give some of the guys props really for coming in and doing the job, because that's what they are there for, you know, for the squad to be used. I guess there's further questions that we could discuss during the next podcast, really, with regards to the likes of Eddie and Nelson and Reece Nelson. What's going to happen next season? You know, if Arteta's not using them much this season in the squad, do we need to then get other players in who are good squad players? Trossard is a really good example of a very good squad player. He can play multiple positions. He's trusted. He contributes a lot to the team in terms of goals and assists. We don't necessarily get the same from the likes of Nelson and Eddie, and at the moment Smith Rowe as well. Whether that's down to form or injuries, you know, is another matter. But it's something that we ought to look at, because when you look at the likes of Liverpool and Man City, you know, they've got a A team and a B team. You know, how many quality forwards, for example, did Liverpool have? We don't necessarily have that luxury. So yeah, just something for us to think about. But yeah, like I said, a good, functional, tidy performance today. We just had to win, keep it simple. Props to Luton. They didn't just sit behind the ball and chuck 10 men behind it and defend. They tried to play their game and they pressed us. You know, they had 1 or 2 moments. You know, they weren't there to just make up the numbers. But with all due respect to them, you know, Luton at home is a game where Arteta could afford to make all these changes and start the guys from the beginning instead of starting with the best 11 and then taking them off at 3 or 4-0. So yeah, we move on. We've got big fish to fry coming up. You know, we've got Brighton away. We've got the Champions League coming as well. The double header against Bayern Munich. Those are going to be really difficult games. And I hope we have as much of the squad fit and available as possible. But for now, we got through today, and that's the main thing. So yeah, we'll catch up soon. It's Daniel for Arsenal Above All. See you later.